Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while since my last update on my brushless motor upgrade on this WL Toys. I have gotten all the parts I need. They all work. I'm basically just going to mount this all in the original locations, more or less. Use some hot glue to secure it, and I should be good to go. So what we're doing here is putting in, I think, one of the cheapest and most powerful brushless systems I was able to find on eBay. Previously did a video on this, but I'll give you a small recap. This is a 540 size motor. This is about the fastest in terms of kV that I was able to find on eBay. So this is 5200 kV. That's really fast. I'm not sure what the stock brushed motor equates to in terms of kV per volt, but you know what? If it's just too fast, I could always get a slightly different pinion. This original pinion here is just so enormous. I have no problem getting another one, but for now I'm just going to try to mount it with all the original hardware and using the original motor mount. I'm going to give you guys a small clip here on one of the first issues I ran into was removing the motor from the original motor mount. Okay guys, ran into my first problem as always. The actual hex hardware in this WL Toys is just so soft that it instantly stripped. There's probably way too much thread lock in here, so I'm gonna have to use my Dremel cutoff wheel to create enough space here to get a flat head in there so I can remove the stripped screw. So I was finally able to remove the motor screws. You know, the motor mount is minimally damaged. It's fully usable. I didn't really wind up cutting too much into aluminum. The outside is still good to put in another motor mounting screw. Otherwise, it came out really simple. They must have just used way too much thread lock on these screws because one was really hard to come out. One wasn't bad, but still, the hex hardware is just so soft that you basically do have to use a Dremel cutoff wheel in order to remove the screw itself. For now, let me just turn the system on and show you guys that it all works. Okay, we have the LiPo connected. Let's put on the ESC. There you go. The system is functional. Look at that steering. Nice, fast, right? Yeah. Upgraded servo also. So let's check out the motor. We don't have the pinion now, but it will spin. There we go. It spins. You could hear it. We also have reverse. So there it is, the system is functional. All I have to do is now mount it into the car. First thing you gotta do is position the motor. So I've already determined that I have to have the motor wires here facing up because when it's attached to this motor mount, you know, you kind of want the wording to be really nice and have it be outside of your chassis right here. That's gonna look really nice. You also want the wires to kind of go up this way and not interfere with any of the drivetrain components. So let me get this all mounted. I'm gonna use this blue thread locker. Make sure the bolts are nice and secure. And basically I could just put the motor mount back into the RC the way that it was installed in the first case. No problems putting the motor in. Now that it's in, the mesh seems to be okay. Obviously it's the same size motor. There is no mesh adjustment on this actual motor mount. So in case I want to use a different pinion, I just realized I won't be able to. Otherwise I'll have to pretty much expand the motor mounting holes here and make them a little wider so I could adjust the motor in and out. For now we're going to be sticking with this pinion here. Just got to make sure that it's on correctly and it's even with the spur gear. This is about as even as it's going to come. It's really good. I'm just going to tighten down the set screw. There was already so much thread lock in the set screw that I don't even have to apply anymore right now. It's still really, really tight in there. I had to use a torch in order to loosen it up too. There it is, guys. It rolls just fine. Let me give this a little bit more of a turn here and it should be ready. Okay, there it is. It's as good as it's going to be. Just be careful whenever you're removing the pinion to either heat it up or make sure that you have a very good tool in case you try to strip the screw there, because that's going to be a problem. You're going to probably need a new pinion if you do that. Okay, now the motor's inside the car. I'm going to connect it all up. We're going to test out the wheel spin. This is going to be a little bit of a scary first attempt, but no way to avoid it. Here we go. Got power. All right. Yeah, there it goes, slow speed. Has a little bit of a jump here at the beginning. Oh, you saw that ballooning? It never did that before. I'm gonna adjust the parameters of this motor with my programming card and it should be okay. I'm gonna try to get it a little bit of a smoother start. But it all seems okay. I just gotta put all this back, and this might be one of the fastest WL Toys on planet Earth, right? I think. Okay, I probably think I'm about halfway done. All I have to do is mount these electronics back to the chassis, and then we'll be able to do an actual wheel spin test. But you saw the wheels were ballooning, I think, more than I've ever seen them do before. Even when I ran a 3S LiPo in here, this was just a 2S. With a 3S, this thing is going to be insane. It's really going to be a test whether this drivetrain can handle it. But otherwise, look at that. You know, 28 bucks, you got one of the, I guess, best upgrades you could possibly do as long as the diffs can handle it. But I haven't had any issues. You know, this car has such bad traction with the wheels that constantly spin out. I don't really do a lot of jumping, so I think it'll be okay in the long run. Well, I guess only time will tell, right? Okay, guys, the finished product. Honestly, I gotta say, I'm a little proud of myself. Look at the way that all this fit inside. Yeah, I had to mount the ESC a little bit on its side. You know, pretty much, I've never seen this mounted like this before. But look at that chassis location. It fits perfectly. I didn't have to cut anything. I didn't have to modify anything. I could have laid it down on its side. But you know what? It's not bad. The battery pack is still in its original place. The strap works. So you know what? Why not do it this way? It's cheap enough. It's out of the way of any kind of impacts in case you would have any. And the body even fits fine. Let me put the body on right here. Look at that. The body fits perfect. You know, there's nothing sticking out. The body is not coming out of the side. You know, I don't have any ESC sticking out from the bottom. Look at how clean, smooth, and accurate the install is. The wires are nicely hidden. They're really not even in the way of anything. What's nice about this is the body mounts are a little bit adjustable. I did raise them one position, you know, to give the wires a little bit more extra clearance. So right now, why don't we turn this thing on, see how fast the wheels actually spin, if we can get them to balloon or not. Let me take this off for now. Okay, remote on. Car on. There we go. Fan is active. Everything works. Steering is good. Look how fast that is. Tower Pro servo, guys. Tower Pro. All right, here we go. I'm a little scared, but let's go. You're going to see me do it. Here we go. Okay, you saw that, some pretty prolonged RPM there. At top speed, gears are fine. I've never seen these wheels balloon so much. Pretty nice, the gear mesh is great. There it is, guys, the whole install. Any questions, let me know. This might be the fastest WL toys out there. I'm gonna do a speed run when it's not raining outside. I'm a little bit scared. We're gonna have to see how this goes. Hopefully it holds together. If not, you know what? I have another one of these. I'm gonna put this in somewhere. We're gonna do a top speed run. We're gonna see how fast this goes. Thanks.